Hello, everybody. It's Dr. Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. And in this video, what I'm going to do is talk to you about a question that I keep getting asked in the comments about for those of you who want to start a career in healthcare administration, but you have no experience and or completely no degree that has anything to do with healthcare administration. So can you get into the healthcare administration field? Before I dive into that, I want to let you know to go ahead and subscribe and click the bell icon for this so that you don't really miss out on any videos that come out in the future. And also, if you like free stuff, free information, free resources that will help you with you in your career in healthcare administration, please sign up for my free newsletter in the description right now. Okay. That's for you. That is free. I will never charge you. Okay. So without further ado, let's go back to the question. So is it possible for you to start a thriving career in healthcare administration when you have no experience and no healthcare degree? And I'm going to tell you yes. Absolutely. You definitely can. It may be a little bit more of an unorthodox route, but of course you can do this. Okay. And this is also goes for those of you who are probably just barely starting your, maybe your healthcare degree as an undergrad, and you are looking for an entry-level career, just some way to get your foot in the door and begin getting experience, because this will help you a lot as well. Okay. So what are some things that you can do? Now, I know it's a bit competitive out there, but there are a lot of programs and entry-level careers that you can actually get into. Yes, some of these, the recruiters might prefer experience, but if you already have work experience from somewhere else, you may have transferable skills that you can highlight when you're applying for these jobs. And that will be what helps you get in. Okay. So a few of those jobs that you might want to look for would be an administrative assistant. Now, some administrative assistant jobs in healthcare do require a degree. It might not always require a healthcare degree, but some of them might actually require a degree, and some of them might actually require some experience. However, like I said, some transferable skills might count. Okay, so if you have any sort of experience in, doing like receptionist work, anything like that, that will be good transferable skills for an administrative assistant job in healthcare. Okay, because what an administrative assistant in healthcare most likely is going to be doing is handling clerical tasks. Okay, so you're going to be doing things like scheduling appointments, managing patient records, assisting with billing, maybe, depending on like where exactly you're working. Is it going to be in a major hospital? Is it a specific department? Or is it going to be more of like a medical office? Okay. But generally, you can start a role like that, and you don't necessarily have to have a medical degree or a healthcare degree. And you don't always have to have experience in healthcare to get a job like that. Okay, so another potential job you can look for might be a patient service representative job. Okay, this type of a role would be this, when you go into like a medical office or maybe the ER, not so much the ER, it's usually a nurse that does this, but generally medical offices. This role usually involves interacting with patients, like collecting their information and making sure their paperwork is in order. And it's like an entry point to getting patient information put together so that they can be seen, by the medical professional. This job would be a really good entry point into a healthcare career if you want to get into if you want to get into what am I trying to say? Like patient record management, okay, medical records, and those type of jobs, because this is a good entry point into something like that. Of course, this particular job will span out. Okay, so you can start moving forward in your career if you want to stay in medical records, because this is a whole thing, right? So you get your experience in this, like a patient service representative, or maybe an entry level medical records, tech sort of a position. And then go ahead, go to school, get your certification, because there are actual certifications specifically for this this field. Okay, they're not too rigorous, but there is information that you would need to know if you really want to go in deep with this side of healthcare. But this is a great, amazing entry level point, right? So you can, as you go through, you can say, hey, I love medical records. So now I'm going to go into a certification program. You don't necessarily have to have a degree usually. So a certification program is definitely going to be a lot cheaper, and it's going to be a whole lot faster. But the more certifications you get and the more experience you get in this field, the further you're going to go, and the higher the role you're going to have in medical records. So that would be another good option for you. Of course, getting a job as a medical receptionist in a hospital or a medical office, anything to do with a medical building, a medical business would be great. These type of jobs are just going to include greeting patients, managing phone calls, handling administrative tasks, things like that. So usually this type of a job is not going to require you to have a degree necessarily. They might want to see experience, but since it's usually more of an entry level type of a career within healthcare, you can get away with no experience, but probably it would be best to have transferable experience. Transferable experience. If you don't have experience in the healthcare field. So, generally speaking, look for entry-level type positions within healthcare, and look for the type of jobs that don't require a degree and do require skills that you have, that maybe you don't have that particular skill within healthcare, but you do have that skill from a previous job. Maybe you were a receptionist at Honda. Those are transferable skills. So you can talk about that when you go into your interview and you try to go for a position like this. Okay. Pretty much that's how you would go about it. That being said, once you get in, this is an entry-level position. I don't think you want to stay there. You definitely want to move forward. So once you get in and you decide, okay, yes, this is the type of career that I like. I do like this this position that I'm in. And I want to grow this career. I want to be just like my boss. I want my boss's job. I want to be a manager of a department like this. If that's something that interests you, then you do need to look into what type of certifications that your boss has. You know, what do they have that help them get into this career? And that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please don't forget to sign up for my free newsletter. And I can't wait to see you all in the next video.